Hello there, this is DBT and this Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, well, this is a multi-purpose video. In one hand, we're gonna be having a look at the patch notes for a mini update that is coming to the game next week. We're gonna have a look at the changes that are coming, also the new cars, at least information that it's on the article, comparing it to the old version of the cars. And then, in the game, we're actually gonna have a look at the event that just started for this car that you see on the screen right now, the Lamborghini Huracan STO. And what is that event about? What are those mustaches about? So yeah, we're gonna talk about all of that. But before I jump into it, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like my content. That helps the channel to continue growing, and that allows me to continue making these videos for you. But alright, so first things first, let's have a look at the patch notes. And this information was posted a couple of days ago. You can see it on October 30th. And let's have a read. Patch notes mid-season update. We have a bit of a treat for our legends, as this November 4th we'll be releasing a small update including 2 new cars and a few quality of life upgrades. Time to get those engines in gear and have a look under the hood and what the next update brings. And we have the information for the new cars. We have 2 new cars with a familiar feel. The update features 2 new cars exclusive version of the Automobile Pininfarina Battista and Rimac Nevera, which offer tuned stats to echo these exclusive limited run editions. And first we have the Automobile Pininfarina Battista Edizione Nino Farina. Jesus, that's a name. Alright, so, well, we're not gonna have a look at the stats at stock because, well, they're not very helpful to know. But over here we have the stats at gold, and this is where things get interesting. We have that, actually, you know what, let me bring a little something over here so that we can make a better comparison. So let me show you the stats of the original Pininfarina Battista. You see the ones for the new one over there? These are the stats for the old one. So you will notice that the rank is the same at 4,500, right? 4,500 versus 4,500. Then for top speed, we have 368 in both versions, acceleration of 88.49 in both versions, handling of 80.45 in both versions, and the only difference is the nitro, one being 78.23 and the other one being 78.26. It's a 0.03 difference. You might be thinking, so what's the point of this? What was the point of adding this car if it's exactly the same? Well, there's one major difference between these 2 cars. What is it? The new one, it's Class A. Now, the original Battista is Class S, and for a Class S, at least in Asphalt 9, it was not super useful. It was a great car to drive, lots of fun and whatnot, but the problem was that, you know, very slow for Class S, so it didn't really have much of a role to play over here, but this one, being Class A, would make a big difference in terms of how we would play in the Asphalt 9 multiplayer, because this is stats for a Class A car, man. Is this gonna be the newest, highest ranked Class A? Possibly. And honestly, yeah, it might not, even for Class A, it may not be super fast, but with that level of acceleration, that handling, and that nitro, this thing is just gonna be an absolute beast. In a way, it makes me think a little bit of the 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐄, but better. So, yeah, there you go. So, now how is this gonna play actually in Asphalt Legends Unite multiplayer, where there's still class mixing? I don't know, but still, that is the main difference between these 2 cars. The original and the Battista Edizione Nino Farina. Jeez. Then we got the Rimac Nevera Time Attack. Same thing, we're not gonna pay attention to the stock rank. Instead, we're gonna have a look at this, the Proud rank, or excuse me, the gold rank. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did for the other car. I'm gonna show you the stats of the original car. Let me align this a little better. How about that? Not terrible. All right, fair enough. All right, so over here is where we will actually notice some difference. The original car's rank, this one over here in the box, it's 48.97, while the new one is 48.35. So it's what, 60 some points lower. Now, if we have a look at the actual stats, we have for top speed of 409 versus 421. So this is what, like 12 kilometers slower or something like that. But it makes up for it with the acceleration being like 1.4 or so higher. Which, you know, may not sound like a lot, but an acceleration of 89, it's pretty damn fast. Then for handling of 63 versus 51 of the original, much higher over here. And for the nitro, considerably lower at 45.99 versus 56.51. So you can see that at the end of the day, and by the way, both of these cars are Class S, so that doesn't change. So you can see that indeed the cars are very, very, very similar on the stats. And well, I'll give you my thoughts on well, what's the deal with these two cars a little later once we finish reading this patch notes. But let's keep going. The Automobile Pininfarina Battista Edizione Nino Farina will begin its tour on the 10th of November, while the Rimac Nevera Time Attack Ski will be included in the Black Friday Unite Pass and will also feature in its own event on November 23rd. All right, I'll talk about it. We'll just keep reading. We'll have a look at all of that later. Feature upgrades. We're bringing a few quality of life improvements to the game, including the return of the Daily Goals button. By community request, we're bringing back the Daily Goals button in the top menu bar, so you will be able to quickly access them and claim your rewards no matter which menu screen you find yourself on. You know what I have to say to that? Finally! Oh my god! It only took them like, I don't know how many months, but hey, listen. I've said it. Baby steps, little by little, they have to be working on things and improving it. But seriously, not having access to the daily goals, it was so annoying. Now, I just want also the garage to be available in just about any screen, as it was in Asphalt 9. But hey, like I said, it's still a good thing. Even if it took a while, it's a good thing. I'm glad to see this happening, so yes. Increased options in graphic settings. Oh, this really gets me hyped. Also highly requested, we improve the number of graphic settings across the board. Final options depending on the platform. This will allow you to tweak your experience further. If you don't know what this means, that means that probably you play only on the Windows version. Because on the Windows version, we have a lot of graphics options. We can turn off bloom, we can turn off reflections, we can turn off a lot of things, right? Little things that you can change here and there. While, for example, in mobile, in Android, you can only, I think in Android, PlayStation, and on the Switch, you can switch from like, no, it's actually not on the Switch, whatever. You can switch between low graphics, medium graphics, and high graphics, and that's it. You don't have control over anything else. And then iOS doesn't even have options, just like the Switch, so there is that. Now, apparently, there's going to be more options. I hope that this comes for the Switch as well, because, you know, the Switch, I want to turn off bloom. I hate the bloom, but whatever. I'm glad to see that this is going to be a thing. And I do hope that comes on Switch, but either way, even if it doesn't come for Switch just yet, it's still a good thing that they're adding it across the board, so I like that. Then we got Unite Fund Collector Stage 1 will be available on Nintendo Switch. It will finally be available to our Switch fans. Apologies for the extended wait. You know, where you pay a bunch of money up front, and based on your garage level is the amount of rewards that you can claim. Overall, if you're spending money in the game, that is one of the most worthwhile purchases that you can make in the game, because you can get a ton of tokens from that. So, once again, not trying to convince anybody to spend money in the game, but there is that. Then we have Black Friday Season Change. We're applying one minor change to our event lineup and substituting the Maserati MC20 for the Lamborghini Invincible on the Unite Pass Car Hunt event. Now, I really don't know why they would be doing this. Like, they had already set it up to be the Maserati MC20. It was in the patch notes, the last patch notes, the big ones. So I don't know why they're making this change, but Lamborghini Invincible, it's an absolute beast of a car. So this is an absolute W when it comes to getting a Legend Pass hunt, because that's going to be a hunt, but, you know, exclusive to the Legend Pass or Unite Pass, whatever, same difference. Really good car, absolutely. If you're going for the Unite Pass, do this hunt. It's completely worth it. All right, and then we got multiplayer matchmaking changes. In our upcoming multiplayer refresh, we're going to be implementing some changes to our matchmaking system based on the feedback you've all been sharing on our Discord channels. We've currently been focusing on the league mixing conversions, and are happy to announce that we will be implementing a new system that is aimed at reducing the amount of league mixing currently being used in our matchmaking. Of course, we want to make sure that this doesn't have a negative impact on our queue times, so we will continue to keep an eye on your feedback and continue to adapt until we find a sweet spot that works for all. We hope these changes will improve your multiplayer experience, and please make sure to let us know your thoughts on the changes. Thanks in advance. So I cannot really say anything about the multiplayer changes because we don't really know how much of an effect it's gonna be. They said that it's gonna combat the league mixing, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that it's removed. So we might still see it, but maybe just not from such higher leagues. I don't know. We'll have to see. The only way to give you my thoughts on this is once I actually get to play it. So who knows? All right, but the thing that I did want to make a pause and talk about is the situation with these two cars. First of all, this reminds me a lot of the 4GT Frankie edition, where it's basically, well, it's a car that we already have, but then it has a new livery and voila, new car. So this doesn't make me excited in particular because I'm not a big fan of electric cars, and I don't like these two cars particularly the way, but you know, it's fine. I know that a lot of people do like them, so well, that's gonna be an opportunity. But that brings me to what makes me really curious about this thing. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, who knows. First, the Automobile Pininfarina Battista Edizione Pininfarina will begin its own tour on the 10th of November. Now, saying these words makes me think precisely of the 4GT Frankie Edition or the Formula E. You remember how to acquire those cars? They were a series of events spread across several months. I don't know, like it was every other week or I don't know how long, but you would get an event, do the event, get some blueprints for the car, and then in the next one you're gonna get more, so on and so forth. So if that means that people are going to be able to unlock the car or get close to unlocking the car, because by the way, this doesn't seem to be a key car. You can see that it requires 70 blueprints, hoping that this information is correct. This is a car that you can just unlock by getting the blueprints. So it makes me think that maybe this is indeed going to be like the 4GT where you're going to be able to unlock it. Of course, you're going to need a ton of blueprints in order to do it. And if you want to get it to a really, really powerful state, you're going to have to spend a ton of tokens on it. But you know, if there's going to be a chance for us to make some good progress into getting, I don't know, 50 out of 70 or 70 out of 70, it would be fantastic if we could unlock it. But if it gets us close enough where you can spend some tokens and unlock it, I think that would be a cool thing. So that kind of makes me interested on it. But the part that worries me is this one. While the Rimac Nevera Time Attack key, by the way, does it show over here? No, it doesn't show that it needs a key, but the number of stars does indicate that this would be a key car. This would be a 1-star and requires 40 for the second star. But anyway, the Time Attack key will be included in the Black Friday Unite Pass and will also feature its own event on November 23rd. Okay, so how do I say this? Last time that I can recall we got a key car on the Legend Pass was Raging Bull. Now, if you don't know anything about Raging Bull, I know that some people just got PTSD, myself included, from just saying those words. But I'll put a link on the top right about now. If you want to see when I talked about this whole thing, it was crazy, it was ridiculous. But anyway, the point is that back then it was a bit of a pain in the rear side because it had insane, absolutely insane requirements to get the key. Unlike any Legend Pass that you could get at a time in current Unite Passes and whatnot, that you get the car guaranteed, the one with the key for the 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄 PI, when it was originally released, you needed a crazy amount of cars already in your garage. It was like a special event where the requirements to make progress in the Unite Pass were absolutely bonkers. It was horrible. So this brings me a little bit of worry that it's going to be something like that, but I want to believe that 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄 did learn their lesson with that. So I don't think it's going to be that bad, but we're going to have to stay alert, figure out what this means, or maybe I'm wrong and I'm over-exaggerating over here and really it's just gonna be a free key for everybody. But once again, the trick is gonna be that you're gonna need to spend a ton of tokens in order to get the car to a decent amount of stars. So that could be the case, and I hope that is the case. Not because I'm particularly interested in getting the car or anything. I'll probably get the Unite Pass just because I get it every season on the Switch. But what I'm saying here is just that I hope that this is not a repeat of that situation. So fingers crossed for that. So that is basically the information in this patch. Now, one quick thing that I wanted to mention, people are like, but what's happening? Why patch mid-season update and whatnot? It seems like adding these two cars were a bit of a last-minute decision. By last minute, I just mean probably after they set up the seasons and the patch notes that we saw some months ago. In between then and now, they were like, oh, we could add these two cars, let's add them to the Black Friday season and whatnot. So I don't know. Again, I don't like the idea of bringing quote-unquote new cars that are just the same car but with a different livery, but hey, you know, it's fine. So yeah, we'll see. The patch does come out when on the 4th, so that should be, I believe, on Monday. So yeah, let's look forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the graphic options, especially if this could be added on the Switch. I would love it. I hate Bloom. I'm sorry, but I hate Bloom. All right, let's talk about the actual game. Now, before I talk about the actual thing that I wanted to talk about at this car and the event, some people have asked me like, hey, how do I get that quick race button over there in my game? I don't have it. Well, this is because I'm playing right now the Switch version. It's only the Switch version that has this quick race thing, so yeah, that's why you see it over there. It's not available anywhere else, so there you go. But alright, so why did I want to talk about this car in particular? Well, it has to do with an event that just started today, and that is the Movember event. Now, in case you don't know anything about this, what is Movember? What is this thing? Why is there a livery for the car with a mustache, and why is there this guy over here also with a big mustache? What is this whole thing about, DBT? Well, let me explain it to you, but actually let me show you. I think I can preview. Oh yeah, right there, it's already on the car. So the thing about this, what is Movember? Well, Movember, it's a charity. Okay, you know what? Actually, I have it over here. Movember is a charity that raises awareness and funds for men's health issues throughout a month-long event that encourages men to grow their mustaches. Now, that is just, you know, the straight-up definition that you can find on online. But yeah, basically, it's this whole thing about men's health awareness. And I know that may sound a little bit strange, but you know how for women there's a lot about cancer, like breast cancer awareness and things like that. And for many years, there's been a lot of noise about it, which is completely fair. Obviously, everybody's health matters. Well, Movember, it's something similar, but for men. In this case, it's a lot about testicular cancer and whatnot. So I really appreciate the fact that there is this push to bring out this thing to light, because, you know, as important, like I just mentioned, the health of everybody, women or men or whoever, it's important. And really, there's been a lot there's not as much awareness. And by awareness, I mean even personal awareness, to know that, oh, maybe I should take care of the family jewels and check what's happening, make sure that I'm not getting something weird going on down there or whatever, right? So that is the whole point about it. That's why there is a mustache icon or livery. I'll be completely honest with you, I don't like the livery. Just a blacked out car with a mustache, I don't really like it all that much. But it is what it is. But in general, I do appreciate the fact that there's emphasis or focus being put precisely in this type of awareness. That, like I said, there's been this type of awareness for female, you know, cancer and things like that. It's good to see that there's also now for some of the spotlight being put for men's health issues. But all right, so that is the whole idea behind Movember. Now, I wanted to show you something real quick, which is, well, you already saw that over here. You are able to just straight up unlock the livery for the Huracan STO by simply finishing the race and doing some 360. So it's not difficult to do. You can also get a decent amount of tokens. That is what, 100 tokens from this once you do the 5 races. You can get a blueprint. No, actually 3 blueprints. My bad. There's 3 blueprints one time. For the Lamborghini Revuelto, you can get 5 blueprints for the Huracan STO, though apparently I didn't get it because I didn't do perfect nitros. Well done, DBT. You can get the epic for the STO. All of that is good and dandy. Now, if we go real quick to the store, you will find that there is also a livery like this for the Lamborghini Revuelto. Now, I know that this shows as diamonds. In case you don't know what diamonds are, it's an intermediary currency that they added on the Switch and I believe on PlayStation as well, but whatever. This costs a whopping $1. So if you really like this livery, I mean, go for it, $1. Now, for $1, I think I would accept that I legit don't like the livery. I'm sorry, but I've said it a ton of times, I don't like black cars. I don't like them to be blacked out because they don't show the nice lines of the car and whatnot. If this was, I don't know, like white with a black mustache, oh, I would do it. If it was any other color with the mustache, okay, fine, but just blacked out, man, I don't like it. I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Then again, it's fine. And actually, something that I forgot to mention is that you might actually see this in real life with a bunch of cars. There's a lot of Lambo, it's involved a lot into this type of awareness campaign. But yeah, you will see this also in real life. Some people do put the mustache on the cars, on the fancy cars, precisely as awareness for it. And like I read you earlier, the whole idea is for awareness purposes, to invite people to grow a mustache. I would do that, except that I already have a mustache, so there's that. All right, so another thing that I wanted to talk about is the fact that thanks to this event, you can actually buy or get blueprints for the STO. Now, make no mistake, the STO is not a great car. In the original Asphalt 9 multiplayer, this car was terrible because it was a very slow Class B car. It didn't seem like a fantastic car and whatnot. Now in Asphalt Legends Unite, because, you know, of MP2 that you can bring any car, or even in MP1 where this car is placed much earlier in the leagues, this is not necessarily a bad car. It's a fun car to use, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend you to go for it. However, if you're thinking about it, if you just want to get the car maybe for collection and whatnot, these packs are cheap. They're 350 tokens, and this has a guaranteed drop of 10, excuse me, it has a guaranteed drop plus 10% chance of getting more drops. So that means that for 350 you can get 3 blueprints guaranteed at least. Maybe you get super lucky and get 15, but nah. Most likely it's gonna be 3. Whereas normally packs for other cars are 750 tokens to guarantee 3 blueprints. So that's why I say this is cheap. And actually I might buy a couple of them, but while we're talking about this whole thing, there's also these packs which cost money. If we look at it in dollars, I think this is $2, $10, 15 bucks, and $50. Now, don't buy this, all right? I'm not saying that you should buy it. I'm not inviting you to buy it, but what I thought it was kind of funny is that these packs are such a nightmare, because let's say, okay, you get 55 blueprints guaranteed, right? But then you go like, oh, but I get an additional 25 packs where I can get blueprints guaranteed for, nope. There's no blueprints guaranteed. The car is featured. I mean, the car exists in these blueprints, but it's not a featured item, which means that you have absolutely no guarantees that you're gonna be getting drops for the car. You might as well open those 25 packs and not get a single 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐇 STO blueprint. So just thought of that was kind of funny. I know that these packs tend to be like that, and it's not that I'm super interested on spending money on this, but I was like, come on, man, this is just terrible. Imagine you buy this one. It's $2, all right. But you're like, okay, 4 blueprints plus 4 packs. Your chances to get blueprints for the car in these packs are absolutely terrible. So there you go. Just wanted to give you a bit of a thought on that. Now, my STO is actually at what, 50 some. I think I have 1 blueprint. I'm at 3 stars. Okay, let me show it to you. I think, oh Jesus, I think that would be easier. Now, if it sounded like I dropped my controller, that may or may not have happened. Nobody can confirm or deny anything. But anyway, so here's my STO. I have it at 3 stars. I still need 53 blueprints in order to get it to the 4th star. Do I want to do it? Maybe. I actually did the calculation, and I need basically 5 packs, because they're 5 packs, not 10 packs. I need 5 packs, and at a price of 350 tokens, that would be about 6,300 tokens spent over there. However, there's still 5 blueprints that I can get from the event, because remember, you can get some from the Movember event. I think the requirement was to do perfect nitros and just get a decent time. So let me go ahead and claim some of this, because hey, this is gonna save me a little bit of tokens. Now, I don't know that I legit want to take the car to the 4th star right now. I mean, once again, these packs are cheap, so maybe I should go for it. I have a bunch of tokens. Now, I'm not super keen on spending a ton of tokens, though you know that very recently I used about 6,000 tokens to unlock my 𝐏𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐒. I made a video about it. Link is on the top right if you want to watch that. But, well, if I spent on that, I guess I could spend on this, simply because, well, it's a Lambo. You know that I mainly save my tokens for Lambo-related stuff. So, still, I'm not 100% sure, and still, there's another thing to consider. Maybe I'll get some good drop rates on those packs, so a man can dream, all right? So, I don't know. Stay tuned in this video, because I am going to try to get some blueprints. We'll see how the drop rates are, and if I get close to getting it, I mean, to taking it to the last start, I might as well do it, right? But yeah, I just wanted to do one more race over here to show you the process of getting this, because, I mean, to be fair, it's not like this is difficult or anything. But yeah, so this is, like I mentioned, not a fantastic car, so I'm not gonna go ahead and recommend anybody to go for it. I don't really think you should go for this. Simply put, I love it. It's a Lambo. It looks cool and whatnot, not with its livery, but it's just not a good car, so there's so many better cars that you can get in Class B anyway. And there's my rewards. There it is, my blueprint and some other rewards. Now, let me do this another 4 times. Now listen, I will never not be a little bit salty about this whole thing with making this car so, well, not good, and then to have the Lamborghini Huracan Spider continue to be such an incredibly powerful car in the game. This is a much newer Lambo. This is like one of the, you know, ultimate versions of the Huracan. In fact, the very last Huracan to be made was the Lamborghini Huracan STJ, not to be confused with SVJ, no, STJ, standing for Super Trofeo Jota. And it's basically it's the same car, just with a different livery. And I believe that a little bit of making it a little lighter or something like that. IRL, I'm talking IRL, by the way. So anyway, the point is that this is a much newer Lambo and whatnot, but no, in this game, the king of spammy car continues to be the Hurricane Evo, but to some degree, I'm okay with that, because I wouldn't like seeing this car super spam, beautiful as it is. When a car becomes a spam, it starts, you know, falling off my grace. So yeah, I'm okay with not seeing this car being spam, but I'm still a little bit salty about the fact that the Huracan continues to, the Hurricane Evo Spider continues to be the superior Huracan. So I may or may not have messed up that last race, and I did not acquire the blueprint that I was supposed to get, but so basically I just gotta keep in mind that there's still one more blueprint that I can get from that particular event. I'm not willing to spend a ton of tokens on this. I'm just gonna test out the water a little bit and see what kind of drop rates I get. It would be fantastic if I could get a whole bunch of blueprints, but honestly, chances are low. At the very least, I should be getting my guaranteed 3 blueprints at a time. Now, their drop rate, it's still 10%, but, you know, being a 5-pack 10%, well, it just means that it's not necessarily very likely that I'm gonna get multiple packs, or rather multiple drops per each one of these 10 times 5 packs, as opposed to, you know, the usual times 10. But, you know, a man can dream. All right, so that one only had another 3 blueprints. And again, I'm basically getting the guaranteed blueprint. So in a way, this is good because, like I said, this is it's like if you were buying 10 packs, but instead of having 1 guaranteed drop, it had 2, and it was actually 50 tokens cheaper. Because remember, this is 350 versus normally packs being or 10 packs being 750 total. But yeah, so I just okay, finally I got an additional drop over there. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll think about actually maxing this thing out here or taking it to the last star. Because, I mean, maybe there's going to be another event in the future in which, that's going to be an extra drop over there. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Nice 9 blueprints from that. Nice. That's some good luck right there. Well, if I keep getting those drops, maybe I should just commit. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there will be another event in the future featuring this car, and I'll be able to get some more blueprints for it in that way. And I don't have to spend my tokens over here. But then again, these packs are cheap, so it's not like it bothers me too much to spend a little bit on the car. Yeah, I only got, okay, so from all the packs, I've only gotten lucky twice. One of them I got 2 drops, and the other one I got 3 drops. Now, honestly, 3 drops. Okay, there's 2 drops over there. You know what? I'm getting close. Should I do it? Should I do it? Let's see. I'm not deciding. I'm literally deciding as I'm recording this. All right. I did not come here with the idea of maxing the car right now, but it just has. Okay, I already spent what? 3,000 tokens or so. Like 3,500, right? Because I probably already bought the 10 that I need. All right. I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, might as well, right? I'm only missing 7 blueprints. If I could get 1 more double drop, then that would leave me 1 blueprint away from doing. Please give me 2 drops. Come on, give me 2 drops. That's all I want. Please. Let's go! Oh, that's exactly what I needed. All right. So how much did I spend there? I don't know. Probably like a little over 4,000 tokens, which is, you know, yeah, it's a lot of tokens, but at the same time, it's not that bad. So I'm not too bothered by it. But you know what? There we go. I sacrificed another 50 tokens to get a refill of my tickets because I don't want to wait here 20 minutes to be able to do this for this video. Normally, I wouldn't mind waiting for it, but you know, I'm recording. I don't want to spend another 20 minutes waiting for that thing for me to get some tickets back. So now I'd rather spend the 50 tokens. It's fine. I'll recover or I'll gain them back in a matter of 1 day, you know. Considering that you get 60 tokens a day by doing the daily objectives. Okay, whatever. DBT, focus. You need to do perfect nitros. Let's do them already. How about that? 1 and 2. I think that was the main requirement to get the blueprint that I'm missing. Doing the perfect nitros, and I think that was that, right? No? And you know what is kind of funny about this car? And here's a little bit of a spoiler for you guys that watch both Asphalt 8 and Asphalt 9 content in my channel. Here's a little bit of spoiler what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, in Asphalt 8, in tomorrow's video, I'm gonna acquire this car. But shh, don't tell anybody. This is just between me and you, the loyal rumors who watch both Asphalt Legends Unite and Asphalt 8 content, because yes. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting this car over there as well. Now that one is actually gonna cost me money, but hey, it's for the collection. But yeah, so I think I did everything that I needed, right, to get my last blueprint. Again, I think it was beating a certain time and doing some perfect nitros. I think it was like 4 perfect nitros or something like that. I don't know. I definitely have done more than those, so I want to believe that this time I did it right. And that I'm not going to have to redo the race once again, because I wouldn't like that very much. Come on. And did I get it? Did I get it? Yes, I did. The last blueprint that I needed from the event. The last blueprint that I needed to take this car to the 4th star. Let's go, baby! Now, it's still not gonna perform amazing, all right? Don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh, wow, now this car is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be super useful. No. But hey, now I have it at 4 stars, the maximum amount of stars. So there you have it. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a run through on this event, what it meant, what was the whole thing of Movember, if you were curious about it. So yeah, there you go. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.